Alright, so this is my speech. My name is Connor Martin. This is my speech over the differences between a spin cast reel, a spinning reel, and a bait cast reel. So, the one you're most familiar with is probably going to be a spin cast reel, which is your most basic, got a little button on it. You just press the button, cast it out. It's the most simple to use typically. It's the most commonly found, I would say. But the differences between it versus two other similar, kind of similar, a spinning reel is what I personally use, and it is the best way to think about it is a spin cast reel without the shell over it. So it's just the bail and a little bitty kind of U-shaped thing around it that holds the string, and it'll, when you reel in, it slowly spools the bail and drags your line in. And the benefits of it is it's just a little easier to do maintenance on and cast out personally. And the last one is it's what's known as a bait casting rod. It's what most professionals use. It's a little more difficult to use. It's not very hard to spool it up. It's easy to do maintenance on, and the difference between it and versus the other two, a spin cast and like a spinning reel, is that the bait caster, it is vertical. So whereas a spinning reel and a spin cast reel, they're both the bail lays vertically, and so when it spins, the line has to go at a 90-degree angle around the bail. Whereas a bait caster, the bail is vertical, so it spins this way rather than this way, and so it will go straight off the into the rod, and you end up having more torque, basically more pulling power compared to a spin cast reel or a spinning reel. The thing is, they're really easy to bird's nest. You have to hold the button in, cast your bail out, and then stop your button as before your bait actually hits the water. So if you don't do that, your bail spins faster than your lure can keep up with, and it ends up kind of just bird nesting everywhere. It's called a bird's nest because it's just it looks like a bird's nest. And you're having a bad day if you get a bird's nest. And spinning reels, that's why they're my personal favorite. They're easy to work on. They're easy to bail up. If you do have a knot, you just open the bail, unscrew your tension knob, and then pull the whole bail off. And it's a whole lot easier to do maintenance on them. They're a whole lot more fun to cast. You don't have to be super precise. So when you press the button in to release pressure, and I would recommend people, if you're trying fishing, to go ahead and try a spinning reel versus the basic spin caster reel. It's a lot more fun. You can handle bigger baits, bigger fish, typically. Spin cast reels, they're just basic, and they're not very much fun to use, I would say. They get the job done, and it's a good beginner tool, but getting your first spinning reel and learning how to use it. Another thing I'd like to bring up of the spinning reel is you hold the reel. Normally, a spin cast reel, your bail would be about right here when you're holding it, versus a spinning reel, it flips upside down. So you hold the reel from the top, or you hold the rod from the top, and the reel is actually on the bottom of the rod. And so it's a little bit better when you're holding fish. You don't have your line bent over your rod the opposite way. And it's a little bit better just overall. It less tension on your line. It just increases the lifespan of your line, your rod, everything. And that's pretty much it. I would say stay away from bait casters unless you're ready to try something new and have a good 30-45 minutes of time set aside for when you do inevitably have a bird's nest. And just be prepared, 'cause you're going to have them. They're guaranteed no matter what you do. But that's when you get 3 fishing poles. And that way, if one bird's nest, you just break up the next one. And that concludes my speech. Thank you guys for listening. I'll see you guys in class.